Department, stand up! Stand up for what's right. Stand up for the Constitution. Stand up for everything that we're supposed to believe in. Break away from the culture of mutual assistance and silence. Stand up for your rights.
So that they don't have to go through what I've been through. Save your kids. Come sign this petition. Michael Nida's mother is here. Her son was killed by the Downey PD. He was an innocent, unarmed man killed with an MP5 machine gun. Help us fight for justice. Be accountable for their actions. No more police violence.
Each one of us is the component that we need to make a positive change here. Put your name on the list and let them know that there's enough of us that will not stand for this. If we stand by and let it happen, it will happen again and again and again. And one of these days it could be your child who doesn't come home. It could be your child who bleeds to death in the street with no notification. You may have to turn on the news one day and see your son murdered by the police, like Norma Martinez was when her son was murdered in 2002 by the Downey police. They don't care. They don't care. It's time for us to care. It's time for us to stand up for ourselves. Sign the petition.
Promote integrity. No more misconduct. Fight for justice. No more violence. Fight for justice. Come sign our petition. Save my kids. Save your kids. No more abuse.
No, that's not about to shoot nobody. That's when you go get a warrant. Then I'll let you
No more. They've been abused by the police. Please take a moment.
Stop swinging. You don't have to let them in your house. You don't have to
end police violence.
And they don't want to take the time to go give one.
Stop police violence. Sign this petition. No more abuse. No more murder. If you or any of your loved ones have ever been victimized at the hands of the police department, sign this petition.
It's so easy to pull the trigger of an MP5 machine gun. You don't even have to make sure if you got the right man. Because if you're a police officer, you know that your brothers in blue are going to back you up. You'll sign whatever you have to sign to justify the murder of an innocent man. It's time for us to stand up and sign what we have to sign to make sure that innocent people aren't murdered in the streets anymore. MP5 machine guns should not be used in everyday use. It should not be so easy to murder someone in the street.
Fight for my kids! No more racial profiling! And police violence now!
Michael Nida was murdered in a case of mistaken identity that was fueled by racial profiling.
Thank you very much.
Fight for justice! Sign this petition! Help us fight for justice! Keep our children safe! Promote integrity! No more misconduct! If you or any of your loved ones have ever been abused, come sign this petition! Michael Nida was an unarmed, innocent man killed by the Downey PD using an MP5 machine gun. Help us!
Sisters and brothers, I see a lot of potential targets coming off of this trade. Racial profiling is killing innocent people every day. Michael Nida was killed in the case of mistaken identity that was fueled by racial profiling. Help us to stand against it. If you look different, if your skin is different, if your heart is different, you have a risk of being murdered in the streets. Stand up for yourselves. Stand up for us and make our children's world a better world than the one that we grew up in.
Save my kids! Don't let them go through the same abuse that I did! Help us save our children! Fight for justice! No more racial profiling! No more police misconduct! Stop the violence now!
We've got petitions on both sides of the street, so don't be afraid to sign if you're going the other way!
Be accountable for their actions! Michael Nida was an unarmed, innocent man killed by a Downey police officer using an MP5 machine gun that is intent to kill! Sign the petition! Save my kids!
Steve Barnes was an Iraq war veteran that was shot with a hollow point round. The only reason you shoot someone with a hollow point round is to kill them. He was murdered in the streets a year and a half ago, directly across the street from where Michael Nida was murdered 2 months ago. Please, stand up for us. Stand up for yourselves and end this cycle of brutality.
Justice for Doug Serby, an unarmed man killed by the LBPD. Fight for justice. Come sign this petition. No more killing. Fight for justice. Save my children.
guys, without any signatures,
help us to fight for justice. Promote integrity. No more misconduct. Promote integrity. No more misconduct. If you are a good police officer, join us. Fight for justice. Blow the whistle on your colleagues. Hold the police department accountable for their actions. Stand down, solidarity.
Thank you for being here.
There is no exemption from justice. You commit a crime, you should be held accountable. If you commit the crime of murder, you should be held accountable. Make sure that we get the justice that we need for the innocent victims of the police departments of Long Beach, Downey, everywhere that we live. We deal with harassment every day. If you know what it's like to be harassed by the police for the way that you look, for the way that you feel, for the color of your skin, take the time to sign our petition.
Save my kids! Save your kids! Sign a petition! End the violence now! I don't want them to endure the abuse that I had to! Save my children!
Yeah, then I'll go to the petition, brother.
Be a good citizen! Sign this petition! End police violence now! Promote integrity! Stop misconduct! Promote integrity! Stop misconduct! No more police violence! Help us!
Sign our petition and let them know we will no longer tolerate this.
Fight for justice! Sign this petition! Help us to end